Hey, Stephan, it's Chris. I spoke to Catherine and I explained to her what your situation is. Right now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you why plumbing companies such as Benjamin Franklin Plumbing are taking so many of the customers that you could be getting and what you could be doing to change that. Okay, so without further ado, the top three things that you want to focus on and that we're going to be going over in this video are content, backlinks, and citations. I'm also going to teach you a little bit about what keywords are and which ones are going to be best to target to drive up your call volume to turn into paying customers. So first off, looking at your website, it looks really nice, right? I love the pictures. I love the functionality of it. It's a nice looking site, but it's not optimized for what you need. And I'll show you why here in a second. So the first thing we're going to go over is page content. Content is king. Content is going to help you rank above all other things in Google's eyes because think about Wikipedia. Why is it that when you look up somebody famous or anything that's relative to it, typically Wikipedia comes up first because they have the most authoritative content and they're optimized to that specific thing that people are searching for. So that's why they pop up first. That's why, and the same thing that we need to be doing for your business, for your website, we want it to be working the same way and just as powerful as Wikipedia, right? So page content is made up of the words, images, and text behind the images called alt text that make up a certain page of your site. So your site has an okay amount of content right now. It doesn't have anywhere near as much as it needs to have to be optimized with Google. You want about 1,500 words on that front page with properly filled in keywords that are going to be bringing you in paying customers. Your backend service pages, you want to have about 500 to 750 words with properly filled in keywords. And this is also going to give you a lot more opportunity to fill in those keywords that you're trying to rank and get traffic for. So the second thing we're going to look at, and if we look at real quick, Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, and this is just their Charlotte page. If you look at how much content is on this page. Now this is still super beatable. You're not very far off right now. But we want to dominate. That's how we take over the space. That's how you take over the business, right? You want to dominate in every single way possible. To put them in the dust. Get all of the business that they have going to them coming to you instead. So the second thing we're going to look at are called backlinks. It's very, very important. To do that, I'm going to go over here to a very important tool I use called Ahrefs. So this gives you the statistical analysis and breakdown of your website's performance. First thing you're going to see here is the UR, which is your page power. That's the home page specifically that we're looking at right now. This is the power of your entire website. You have this many backlinks, and a backlink works like this. Site A, it points to Site B. Therefore, Site A works as a backlink to Site B, which gives Site B more authority in Google's eyes. Now, it's not just that simple, though. You can't just have a lot of random sites linking to you. It's like a popularity contest. So the more powerful the sites are and the more relevant they are, meaning, having a plumbing website linking to you is going to be a lot more effective than having Pizza Hut linked to you because you're not slinging pizzas. I mean, if you are, I'm making the video for the wrong person, right? So that's very, very important. You want to have powerful and relevant websites, and you also want to beat out, obviously, the volume of the amount of backlinks that your competitor has. That's how you're going to dominate this space as well. So if we look at the amount of backlinks that Benjamin Franklin Plumbing has just for their Charlotte location, this is it's the prefix, so it's just the one specific page. This is how many backlinks they have. This is the power of their homepage. And this is this specific page, rather, and this is the power of the entire website, right? So we can definitely beat it. It just needs to take some work, right? And there ain't nothing to it but to do it. It just needs to be got on. If you see the amount of organic traffic that they're getting specifically from this one page, let alone if I did their entire website, which I know it's a little bit bigger of a company, but that one page is bringing in that much traffic. They're optimized in a lot of different areas. But we can still definitely beat this, right? We're not aiming to beat the domain. We're aiming to beat the specific page. And all of that traffic could be yours. And every single one of those searches is a potential customer, right? If we look at the keywords that are in the area, this is just a handful of them. This is not all of them, but just a handful that I grabbed, on average 4,000 searches a month. And these are just Charlotte based. These aren't even including all the outskirting areas that may have keywords in them as well. Those are the low-hanging fruit that we're aiming for as well. Out of the scope of this video, not really worth explaining to you right now, but I'm talking like this is huge opportunity for you. This is massive. Imagine what this equates to as far as dollars, cents, freedom, growth that it could have on the impact of your business and your own personal life. So like I said, it's huge. So the third thing we're going to talk about is how to get ranked in the Google Map Pack, right? And to do that, I'm going to come over here. And as you can see, I put in a very highly searched keyword up here. The first thing you're going to see is ads, right? So the thing about ads is that they're really only semi-effective and can become a money pit if they're not effectively created. A lot of computers and phones now even have ad blocking software, so a lot of people don't even see the ads. And that's another reason why organic ranking is so important. So the second visible section right here, as you can see, is the Google Map Pack. And this is what we're talking about getting in, right? So it's super, super important here. And the reason for that is because many people come here to find business to fill their needs rather than going in the organic ranking. And it actually increases your call volume by 40 to 50% rather than just being ranked organically. What gets you here is having a stronger and larger citation profile than your competition. A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number submitted word for word in directories such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, Facebook, and so on. Other ranking factors here include the quality of the citations and how powerful they are. Citations, you hear that? The optimization of the Google My Business profile itself, the number of Google reviews and Google ratings that you have and how well you're rated in Google, but most importantly is how well you're ranked in the organic searches, but that does not completely deter you from getting ranked here. If you can dominate the citation profiles on here and at least start to increase your organic ranking, you could still get up here in that first place position, which is going to be a lot of more money for you, a lot more success, and a lot more paying customers, right? So in closing, we went over these three things. We went over content. Your front page needs to have at least 1,500 words to be properly filled in with buyer intent keywords to be optimized with Google and to rank for the keywords that are going to bring you business. You also want about 500 to 750 words of the same thing on your back-end service pages that also are going to rank for different keywords, the ones that you weren't able to capture in the home page because you don't want to stuff them. Your backlinks need to be more relevant and powerful and numerous than your competitors if you're going to be out dominating them, right? And the citation profile that you need to have is going to be at least 200 to 300 citations to beat out your competition by a landslide. If they have 400 though, we're going for 500 or 600. All it is beating them at every single step of the way, right? If you implement all of these strategies today, you can become number one on Google for your business and reap the reward with a ton of new traffic and paying customers. I'd love to hop on a brainstorming call with you, maybe like a 10-minute quick phone call if you have any questions, and just to talk about the opportunities that we found here in this video. I'll be following up, calling the office about 5:30 tomorrow. If this time does not work with you, please let me know and we can schedule another time. It was a pleasure making this video for you, Stephan. I will talk to you very soon.